For Objective 2, we're going to define parallel and perpendicular lines and discuss types of angles. So first of all then, the definition of a line is that it is straight, has no curves or thickness, and extends in either direction without end. So unpacking that definition, first of all, a line is straight. There's no turns, there's no curves. It's dead straight. It also has no thickness in that it is one-dimensional, which means it has length only. It has no height, it has no width. The line also extends in both directions and it carries on for infinity. If, however, we have a line segment, then we would indicate a line segment with ends at either end of the line, such as, if this was a line here, I could put a segment mark like this at either end, and that would just indicate that our line terminates. Now, lines also have an angle. The angle of a straight line is taken as 180 degrees, and you're going to have to remember that. Of course, lines can be arranged in any sort of orientation, whether they be vertical or horizontal, and they can also be set up as parallel lines, meaning they are equidistant. Equidistant is just a fancy name for equal distance, and the easiest example of parallel lines are train tracks. These are lines that are basically kept a set distance apart, and they carry on between the beginning and the terminus of the actual line. Of course, they do curve a little bit, but we're ignoring that for our use of our metaphor. So these are the examples of lines. Now, another sort of extension to this is we can get lines called perpendicular lines. Perpendicular in geometry is just another fancy word meaning at right angles to or at 90 degrees to. Now, we can also get lines called perpendicular bisectors. We've already covered what perpendicular means, i.e. at 90 degrees or at a right angle, but the term bisector or bisect simply means to cut in half. So if you look down at the figure bottom left of my slide here, we could say that line AB bisects line CD at 90 degrees. We could also say that line AB is a perpendicular bisector of line CD, meaning it cuts that line in half, line CD, and it cuts it at an angle of 90 degrees. So that's just a little bit of terminology there with regards perpendicular lines and if it is a perpendicular bisector. The next thing to talk about are angles, and there are quite a few angles to mention that we need to be aware of regarding their definitions. A right angle we already mentioned, and that's the same as perpendicular, which is 90 degrees too. And we generally indicate that 90 degrees by putting in like a little square symbol there to indicate that it's 90 degrees between line A and B. The next type of angle we can talk about is an acute angle. An acute angle is anywhere between 0 and 90 degrees. These are acute angles that we just typically say they're less than 90. An obtuse angle is when we go greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So in other words, a 120 degree line or 120 degree angle, that would be an obtuse angle. If, however, we get to 180 degrees, then as we saw in the previous couple of slides, 180 degrees is a line. And then the last type of angle to mention is when we go beyond 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees. And these are referred to as reflex angles. Now, generally, the reflex angle is usually the one that people forget the definition of with regards definitions of angles. So be aware of all of these types of angles and all of their ranges, i.e. right angles, 90, acute, less than 90 but greater than 0, obtuse, between 90 and 180, lines are always at 180, and then reflex is whatever's left, greater than 180 but less than 360. You've got to know these off the top of your head when describing and discussing angles, especially when we get into circles and circular motion much later on. Okay, now something that's not mentioned in your textbook but is required is that we need to be aware of something called complementary and supplementary angles. Complementary angles are angles defined whose sum That is, they add up to 90 degrees. So the diagram bottom left here shows us two angles, 25 and 65. Because these are complementary, it means that 65 plus 25 gives us 90 degrees. Those would be complementary angles. The other type of angles we discuss are supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are shown bottom right, where now the angles added together give us 180 degrees. So some classic examples of that are of course going to be a straight line, or adding up the angles inside of a triangle. They are supplementary in that they add up to 180 degrees. Now, if you're anything like me, when I was a young kid learning this, I used to get complementary and supplementary angles mixed up all the time. I couldn't remember which one was which. The easiest way I found to remember which one was which is that supplementary, S for supplementary, S for straight line. And straight lines are 180. So that's how I remember which one is which. Supplementary is for the straight line, that's 180. So therefore complementary must be the other one, that's 90 degrees. Now a little application for something like that is a question something like this. Angles A and B are complementary. So if we stop there for a moment, we're saying that angle A plus angle B is complementary, which means it would add up to 90 degrees. Okay, now it says the measure of angle A is twice the measure of angle B. So we could also say that 2A is equal to B. And then lastly, it says find the measures of these angles A and B. Well, what we've got here are two equations. I could substitute the 2A equals B into this first equation of A equals B, which means I would have A plus 2A, because B is 2A, equals 90 degrees. A plus 2A is 3A, and then by transposition, A would equal 90 divided by 3, which would give us 30 degrees. So there's a great little question that you possibly, of course, could have done in your head, but there's a way that I can show you how to do it sort of algebraically if we made these angles a little bit more awkward and you couldn't do them in your head. So an example like that is certainly something that could pop up, for example, with regards to this working knowledge of complementary or supplementary angles. That's pretty much it for this objective. Very straightforward, very simple. Really, all you've got to do is just memorize these definitions. That is, what is a line? What does perpendicular mean? What's complementary and supplementary? And then what are the types of angles? I.e. our straight lines, our perpendicular, our acute, our obtuse, our reflex, etc. Once you've got all those definitions down, that really is it for Objective 2. So we'll wrap up there and I'll see you back for Objective 3.